and welcome back to my channel. So today's video is, as you can tell by the title since you clicked on it, a one brand tutorial by Wet n Wild. And Wet n Wild, I have to say, hands down, is one of my favorite brands from the drugstore and kind of in general. I absolutely love, for the most part, the majority of their products. There are definitely some hits, there are some misses, but for the most part, I just really enjoy this brand. So I was really excited to be able to film this for you guys. I finally have enough products to build a full face. So that is what we are doing today. That's why I have a complete blank canvas. I have all the products in front of me right now, and it is a lot of product. Some items I have been using for a really long time, so I know that they work. Some items are first impressions, so I will be testing it out to see if it's actually worth it. As we progress through the video, I will let you guys know which items I have already had for a while now and which items are new. But I am so excited, so let's go ahead and just dive right on into it. I'm going to begin with doing my eyebrows. I am going to be using the Color Icon Brow Pencil. It retails for $2.49. So this is a new item and this is not good. I was just trying to take off the little plastic and this entire end piece just plopped right off, so not a great start, Wet n Wild. I'm just going to have to use this on its own when I'm coming through my brows then. I have been wanting to get my hands on their new brow pencils, the ones in which come in a little plastic form, but those are kind of hard to get your hands on. I have not seen them in stores anywhere. So I'm just gonna attempt to shape out some brows. Ooh, and the tip just broke. This is a really creamy formula. It is not my favorite. I like brow pencils that have a little bit more of a stiffness. I don't want it too stiff where you can't get any product on there, but I don't want it to be so creamy that it just kind of all smushes together, and that's exactly what's happening right now. I can already tell you guys, this is not my perfect kind of brow day. I don't like this product. I can already tell you guys that this is going to be a no-go. I mean, look at this. The tip broke off, I tried to use it, and then it just kind of started smushing down. It is so overly creamy, it just kind of smears around the product. It's not giving me any kind of real structure. The formula is just not my cup of tea. But let's try to save these brows. I'm gonna go in with my Wet n Wild Photo Focus Concealer. This is in the shade Light Ivory and it retails for $3.99. I'm gonna be trying to clean up my brows, and I am also gonna be using it as my eyeshadow base for today. Now this is a product that I have been using for a really long time. I have been really enjoying it. It is great medium buildable coverage. It feels lightweight. It doesn't give you a over cakey feel. It is just a really good concealer. You will also recognize it if you have seen my Project Pan video. It is in there. I am trying to use it up because I do really enjoy it. Then blending it out using the Wet n Wild large eyeshadow brush. This is the original collection brush. I find that they are really good eye brushes. I have almost the whole original collection of their brushes, and I have to say I really enjoy those brushes. So looking in the eyeshadow palette I'm about to use, I see that there's no real cream color setting powder for the lid, and I want to make sure I am setting this concealer since it is our base. So what I'm going to do is take my coverall pressed powder in Fair and use this to set the eyeshadow base. And I'm going to be taking another Wet n Wild eyeshadow brush and just setting the entire lid. We don't want any creases. Now that we are all prepped, I'm going to take this new eyeshadow palette, not a basic peach, and I'm going to be dipping into the transition shade up here. Ooh, that's some fallout. I will be taking this on my Wet n Wild fluffy crease brush and buffing it into the crease. And the shade is not giving me a whole lot of color payoff. So this is definitely a very kind of muted transition shade. It's not giving me too much pigment. I did really have to build it up. So what I want to do is take this here bottom transition color on my Wet n Wild crease brush and try to add that as another layer. Now that is better pigment. That was just with one dip into the transition shade. There's a lot of kick up that you get though. I'm gonna dip into it one more time. I want to try a few more colors in here, so I am going to be dipping into this orange shade and kind of placing it a little bit below where we put this crease shade. Next, I'm going to be taking this dark brown shade using my Morphe Y19 brush, placing this in the outer V area to create a little bit more depth. Ooh, pigment. The next shade I want to dip into is this one right here. Do a little spritz. I am going to take my fingertip and go into it and try it on this side. Oh man, already so much more pigment comes off. I would 100% say use the shimmery shades with your fingertips instead of a brush. So much better pigment, so much better payoff. Don't use a brush. I am, however, going to try to take this champagne-y shade on my Makeup Geek pencil brush and highlight the brow bone. I'm hoping it'll still work with this. I am also having a little bit of fallout, so I'm really happy I decided to do my eyeshadow before my face. Now the eyeshadow is complete for the top half. I do still need to do the lower lash line, but I am going to do that once I complete the rest of my face. I do want to move on to some eyeliner. I did pick up their Proline felt tip eyeliner. It retails for $3.99. I tested this out before I decided to do this one brand tutorial, which I'm really happy that I did, because this eyeliner, it looks great when you swatch it. You're like, oh my god, there's so much pigment, it's so liquidy. But then when you go to use it on your eye, which I'm going to show you guys, barely any liquid comes out. And you have to really press. So I'm trying to press out some of the liquid. I'm trying to get it on the back of my hand. And then that works for a little bit, but not long enough to get an actual wing. So I just wanted to show you guys this one. I wanted to make an attempt to use it once more, but I know that this one is not good. I have tried to use it several times and I don't like it. I don't think it's worth the money, even for just $3.99. I don't think it's worth it. So this is gonna be going in the bad pile, I guess you could say, the fail items. I know that this is a one brand tutorial, but I wanted to show you guys the fail item, and then I want to test out a new one. This is by NYX. This is the Epic Ink liner. This one retails for $7.99 at Ulta. Kind of looks exactly like the Wet n Wild one, but you know, NYX. So let's try this. I'm just gonna come right out and say it now, that is a felt tip liner. I may have gotten a little bit too excited, a little bit too happy with this liner because I did a way more dramatic wing than I had planned, but let me match it up with the other side, then I'll be right back. Wing liner is on. So happy with the way that this NYX one played out. Spend the extra money, go with NYX. So what I'm gonna do now is zoom you guys out a little bit. We're gonna get started with the rest of the face and start to kind of finish things up. Now this item may be discontinued. I am not 100% sure. I know they're coming out with the matte formula, the dewy version. This is the Photo Focus. This was just their classic Photo Focus one. I've had it for a little while and I have been testing it out. But I have a couple things to say about it. Number one, the nozzle on here is so large. They have such a large hole that you push out product and you will get way too much out. I wish they had put a little spout that had a little bit of a finer nozzle so you can really be a little bit more precise. It's also kind of strange, but it reminds me a lot of like Elmer's glue when you first squeeze it out. It's not as sticky as glue, but I mean, it kind of reminds me of it. It's kind of weird. But it is supposed to refine wrinkles, fill in pores, brighten the skin, even out skin tone. It's not a bad primer, it's just not my favorite. I would much rather pick up the Maybelline Baby Skin Instant Pore Eraser if you have a lot of pore issue problems and you really need to fill it in. This one does not really do so. You'll still, after putting on foundation, be able to see those craters of the pores. So when it comes to picking primers in the morning, I mean, this is one I kind of just skip over because it doesn't really work that well for me. Moving on to foundation. This is the Wet n Wild Photo Focus. It retails for $5.99 and I have the shade Buff Bisque. Now, Buff Bisque is not my foundation shade. I don't know why I got this one. I am actually going to see my in-laws this weekend, and this is going straight to my sister-in-law. She is getting this foundation because it is not my shade, but it is a one brand tutorial. I wanted to put this on just to show you guys, so please don't judge. Don't judge. It is a light to medium coverage, and I have found that I do not see a lot of my oils poking through at the end of the day. I don't have an overly cakey feeling. It feels very lightweight on the skin, which I really enjoy. And I am able to wear it the entire day and have no issues. I just need to get the right shade match. I'm also blending this out using my Morphe Y6. But there you guys can see, foundation is on. It is a great coverage, feels great on the skin. It's a matte foundation. I really enjoy it. And then I'm going to be taking the same concealer I used in the beginning to clean up my brows, set the eyeshadow. And I'm going to use this underneath the eyes, on my chin, down the bridge of my nose, and a little bit on my forehead. To set the concealer, I would go in with my Coverall pressed powder, but I have found the more and more that I've been using it since I did put it in my project pan, I don't like the way it sets underneath my eyes. I find that I get so many creases underneath my eyes. It just does not look good, and then I have tried to set it around the rest of my face, and it leaves such a cakey feeling, and it just looks like it adds such a thick layer on the skin. So what I've been using this for is just to set my base of my eyeshadow primer or the concealer that I use that day. So what I want to do is take my Coty Airspun powder. This you can also find at the drugstore. It's $5.97, I believe, at Walmart. I'm going to just use that to set underneath the eyes so I don't get any creases. And then I will be taking another product for the rest of the face. Oh man, I love this powder. It does not leave you feeling cakey, where you have this giant layer of just foundation, powder, everything on top. You just set everything, and it's just such a nice thin layer, and it just leaves your skin feeling very velvety and soft. Then for contour, we have the Megaglo Contouring Palette in Dulce de Leche. This is $4.99. If you have seen any of my videos, you know how many times that this palette right here is in my channel. I use it all of the time. As you can tell, I love this contouring shade, and I'm not the biggest fan of this brightening shade. It's a little bit too yellow tone for me, but I feel like for the sake of this video, I'm just gonna do a little bit in the center of the face and just kind of try to use the brightening shade. It is really beautiful. I just find it is a little bit too yellow tone for my fair skin. Now I'm going to be taking the contour shade on my Wet n Wild contouring brush, chiseling out the cheeks. As you guys can see, there is some pigment in this palette. Now let's go ahead and bronze up the face. I have the Color Icon bronzer in Ticket to Brazil. I'm going to be applying this using my Morphe Y3. This is a really great bronzer. I don't know why I don't use it more. You get so much product inside. You actually get more than the Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer, and that one is 3 times the price. This is one of those items in which I love. I've just kind of forgotten about. I put it in a drawer, and then I started using the Butter Bronzer, and I got a new one by Makeup Revolution, so it kind of got forgotten about. but it is a great bronzer. Super pigmented, very beautiful color. Now that that is all said and done, I have a brand spanking new highlighter to try out from them. This is Blossom Glow. It is their Mega Glow highlighter, retailing for $4.99. Their highlighters have to be one of my favorite formulas. They are so beautiful. I can't stand it. I'm going to be taking my Morphe Y14 and applying it. That is gorgeous. I'm now going to take my Makeup Geek pencil brush and highlight the inner corner so we can tie together our highlight. Here's what a swatch of Blossom Glow looks like. It is absolutely stunning. It is an icy light pink color. It's super gorgeous. It would look really great this summer. All right, highlight is on. Let's complete the under eye and be done with that. So what I'm gonna do is take this beautiful blue shade and take my Step 3, the Vintage Cosmetics Company brush, and apply it to the lower lash line. I sprayed just the tiniest bit of setting spray as well, and it really helped to give it an extra punch. Now, I had told myself I should not get any more mascaras, shouldn't open any, because I have 4 in my Project Pan video that I'm trying to use up, but it is not a one brand tutorial without Wet n Wild mascara. So this is their Lash Renegade. It retails for $5.99. I picked this one because you see this one the most at any store. The new ones that they have come out with is kind of hard to track down if you're trying to find it in store. This one is always there, so I thought it would be a good test. It is definitely a cool design of the packaging. I really enjoy this. It is the shade Brazen Black. And here is what the applicator looks like. It has that little ball at the end. So let's go ahead and mascara up. Went ahead and zoomed you a little bit closer so you can see the application of the mascara. This little ball applicator at the end is making it really easy to get the lower lash line. So here you can see one eye with the mascara and one eye without. I'm going to zoom you guys back out. I'm going to finish up this eye, and then I'll be back to finish up the look with the lips. And here we have it, mascara on both eyes. Now, I don't have any lashes to put on. I have tried their lashes before. I don't like them one bit. I put them on and I took them off. They feel very plasticky, and you can tell that you're wearing fake lashes. They look very fake. They don't look natural, and I just don't enjoy them, so I am going to be keeping it natural today, no false lashes. So let's move on to the last 2 items I have, which is lip products. Starting off the lips, I have the Perfect Pout Gel Lip Liner, retailing for $2.99. I have the shade Think Flamingos, and here's what a swatch of it looks like. Now this is a beautiful looking pink shade of gel liner. I'm wondering if it's actually gonna work with the eye look I created today. We will find out. Oops. Very nice formula. It just glided on. I am enjoying that it is in a little plastic compact instead of the pencil one. I do have a lot of their pencil lip liners as well, and it gets kind of like when you have to keep sharpening and sharpening, and sometimes you don't have a sharpener. Hopefully to match with the lip liner, I have the Megalast Liquid Catsuit Matte Lipstick, retailing for $4.99. This is the shade Coral Corruption. The Megalast Liquid Catsuits are one of my favorite formulas by far of liquid lipsticks from the drugstore. This is a really beautiful coral. It is very like almost hot coral pink, like it's very bright and in your face. I'm thinking for the eye look in which I created today, does not work. I am happy I was able to test out the new formula of the gel liner in this new color. I will definitely be wearing those, but I am going to be switching up the lip color. So let me take that off and then try out a nude color. I went ahead and just put on Give Me Mocha. This one is a lot darker. Let me show you guys. Here's what Give Me Mocha looks like. It is a reddy brown kind of color, and I feel like it went a little bit better with the eye look I have today. I don't actually have that many of the liquid catsuits. I really wanted kind of a nude looking one, but I don't have one of those by them. Otherwise, that is what I would be putting on my lips today. But that was my one brand tutorial and full review on the Wet n Wild products. I really hope that you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please don't forget to hit that like button, share the video, leave me a comment down below what your thoughts were on anything from this video. And if you have not already, subscribe to my channel. I post 2 beauty related videos twice a week, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye guys!